Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Alundra. Alright, so we can leave the save area, and we're gonna go back out into Klein's Nightmare. I didn't know that we could break, like, the little tiny... Those are bushes. I thought they were rocks. I mean, everything's snow-covered, looks rather... But yeah, those are... I was not paying any attention to that. So, yeah, that's a thing. Alright, so... We took over, or we did the left tower, so we've got the right tower, towers, really, because there's two to get both keys. So we'll go up here and get into the cave, and this place is fun. So, its gimmick is, there's a rock here, and then it can go up here, and it can go up here, and we need the rock to break those. On the other side, we've got those creepy demon things. So, what you do is you hit the switches, and, there, I was about to say, why is it not actually going up the stairs? And we have it go up the stairs, and it hits this one, and then that way, and it destroys everything, and we can now go up. And before we actually go up, we need to do this. So there's 3 switches here. We need a 4th switch, and I think it comes out from that one, that one. So we basically just walk across here and hit all the switches, and it raises those pillars up, so that's fantastic, and we can use that to actually get up here. Oop! Went down. And come over here, jump over here, and... more platforming sections. Not terribly difficult platforming sections this time, thankfully. Get the treasure chest, and it is a gilded falcon! So we want to get that because, again, this is a nightmare section, so once we are done with it, we are done. So anything you leave here will be left here forever. And, see, that's why I'm thinking I may have broke my controller. Every time I hit left, sometimes it just goes diagonal left, like diagonal upwards. So I may have been a little too rough on my controller. Hit that switch. In the distance, a door can be heard creaking open. Alright. And then we can use the statutes like, may the gods make your path straight and your load light, and it'll heal you the 1 point of damage we happen to take from one of the spiked balls coming in here. So we could go down to this tower. I mean, we have to go down and around no matter what, but this way actually makes it just a little bit more sense because this is a one-way path, whereas the other path we still need to go to get one of the other keys. This is basically just an in and out, because we can't get to the upper section here. So this is fun. It is a game of perspective. So it's like an upside-down pyramid of floors. So what we need to do is jump all the way down to the bottom, and then we get the key. So we've got 2 out of 3 keys, and now we have to work our way back up. And as you can see, perspective is an interesting concept in this place. And getting around the section can be really entertaining if you have problems with depth perception. I've had problems with this area before. I'm actually doing pretty good this time, but it's one of those... if you're not careful, it's really easy to screw up. And then up at the top, just run, and then the last little obstacle in the way is just a spiked ball that is, like, perfectly in the path. And that's it. That is that center section. So now we actually can go up back this way, kind of where we just came from, except now we go down here. The reason why you want to do this, you could do this tower first, either or, is because that upper door takes us to where we actually need to go. So the 2 side towers are really the key, The center tower is 2 separate floors, so the one floor we just went into, and then the upper floor that can only be reached by one of the doors. Alright, so we have a puzzle here. We have 4 switches, and all of them have to be activated at a single time. So what we need to do is move these ice statues so that they activate 3, and then we stand on the 4th, and it turns on. So we can go up to the door here, and then we have the same thing, but on a slightly larger scale, and slightly more confusing scale. But before we do this, we're gonna come down here. And now we're on the first floor again, where we saw this. We have this little switch here, which, if we hit it, it raises one and lowers the other. Meaning, if it's raised up, we actually can't jump on it because it's too high. So, guess what we gotta do? You know what we gotta do. We gotta use a bomb. Oh, son of a bitch. Except I fell down, so that doesn't really help. So let's get back up there. And then we'll deal with all that jazz. Does it... Okay, it resets. So... And wait for it. And there we go. And that gives us a life vessel. So we've got the Gilded Falcon, the life vessel. Those are the 2 really important missable treasures. Everything else is like medical herb, tonic, that sort of thing. So, not anything major. Alright, so we have the same thing here. We have switches. We have 1 pillar for each switch, and then we have 1 for us. So we have to organize these appropriately. So what we have to do is just work in this fashion, pushing switches into each other. And you go up there, and then you go down there. And that is everything once we hit that. Thankfully, it's a switch puzzle, so once you get it, it's done. So we have another section here. What we need to do is take the pillar that's actually farthest from where we need to go, and it will be the one that we use. So long as you don't move any other pillar. And then we use that to get up there. And this is another pillar puzzle. So we have 1 switch that has to be active the entire time. And what it does is it activates that. And that gives us our last key. So this puzzle apparently was so difficult that they actually had to announce how to defeat it. So, the guide that I'm using has 1 strategy. I saw another one online. So, let's use the guide and see how that works out, because I haven't tried this one. It says push this one forward, and then we go all the way over here, and gotta be careful moving in between them. Push that one forward, and then we push the top one that way. And then we come over here and push the one in the center up, and then we push that into itself like that. And then we push this one up. Is that where that's what I'm getting from that one? Yes. And then we come all the way over here and push that one against the wall. And then we come all the way back over here and push this one all the way over there. And then we push that one up. And then we push that one over. And I guess we have to do that one more time with this one. There we go. Because, yeah, yeah, that's kind of where it ends. So I guess I must have missed a spot, but oh well, it worked. And we get the last key. So, mazel tov for that. And we can leave. Well, actually, we need to go back down, because the way out is actually in this room. And in order to leave, we just hop over here, climb up, and then we are on this section in this room, which leads us to the door. Really not terrible. Really not terrible at all. And now we have another section of tower after we unlock the 3 gates leading into the upper section. And this one's one where we can actually jump on these. So it's a little more entertaining, especially with, you know, the floaty balls. And that treasure is just herbs. Can't do anything with that. And once you pass, we are safe. Except for the guys with the grabby hands. I don't like them. And we come over here. And strength tonic, but we can't carry anymore. Go up here, and this is the exit, which will take us to the boss. We actually have to use the statue in order to open the gate. So make sure we are full up, and then the gate opens. And we have Kline's Nightmare boss fight. So we see Kline there. And the beast is dragging me in. It seeks to devour me. Help, please. Alright, so in order to beat this boss fight, you actually just have to, I mean, Kline's gonna take damage, and if Kline takes damage, we take damage. So that's fun. We just need to block... We need to block Kline from being eaten, or get eaten ourselves. It's actually... this boss fight actually really sucks until you get into a rhythm. Like... This is actually the best part, is if Kline is in a section where you can keep him from going off to the side, while being able to throw bombs, that's the best, because it'll keep sucking in for 2 bomb throws, and that's about it. Nope, stay right where we are, Kline. There you go. And the enemies it spawns will also, you know, drop things. What sucks is we can't reach them there. That counts as, you know, outside our range, so that really sucks that we're losing all this, you know, health and money and everything else. Alright, just stay there. And this is actually going pretty well, as long as we can keep Kline in the center here and keep dodging our own bombs. Stay here, Kline. Nope. Stay there. It's fine. Because you'll just suck things in. It doesn't matter. And there we go. This is actually going pretty well. No, Kline, don't go off to the side. Damn it, Kline. Don't do that. Because now I can't do any. I gotta take the hit in order to make him stop. Kline. You know what, Kline? Get eaten. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just don't care, Kline. You're not listening to me. God damn it, I can't get around him. And he's gonna get eaten again. That's fine. Alright, Kline. Stay on this side of me. We had a good thing going, Klein. And then you had to go and screw it up. Stay over here, Klein. And there we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just stay, just stay. No, 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 no. Getting too close. Alright. I was about to say, we should be about done by now. And we are. Alundra, it's I, Septimus. I pray you can hear this. Klein is writhing in pain and screaming madly. You must exit his dream at once. Alright, so we leave the dream. Which, probably not going to be a good thing. What's going on? This is just as I suspected. Klein is... And Klein hops up out of bed. Klein is... Dear God, he's changing. So he becomes a wolf. A wolf man. Which comes to the second part of Klein's nightmare. Which is Klein's not nightmare. My soul screams. It screams for me to feast on Alundra's warm entrails. Alright, so now we get to fight Klein as a wolfman. And he'll make a couple of dashes at us. And once he stops dashing, you can hit him with a charged shot. Like that. Or just have him, like, run into your sword. That's also something that can happen. Come on, Klein. Come on, stop dodging my charge shots. They are way more effective at beating you. And you time it right when I... You're clever. But not clever enough. And I love that I can get health from the... It's like... The bushes still drop health. Klein seems to be losing all control. And with that, Klein turns back to normal, but only at his defeat. Rest well, friend. This village shall mourn your loss to the evil that plagues our very marrow. Klein was such a strong man. If this can happen to him, it can happen to any of us. And everyone mourns Klein's loss. So even after all that, we managed to go into Klein's dream. We try to defeat the creature inside. Unfortunately, I guess, Mia was right. We can't do anything, which... Like, that's utterly depressing. Like, this game is trying so hard to be a more adult, edgy Legend of Zelda. Like, oh yeah, all these people are just gonna die because, you know, it just sucks. It's like, but I think there's a point where it's like, okay, we've killed enough people. We get the edgy part. So, Klein was transformed into a bloodthirsty werewolf by his horrible nightmare. He ultimately lost his life to the evil which had infiltrated his body. One after another, the villagers were dying. Even more worrisome is the fact that Maya continues to speak of a great evil orchestrating it all. We know what the great evil orchestrating it all. We had the conversation with Lars. We know there's a demon being resurrected. Why do we not go after him? Why are we just sitting here pretending like this isn't a thing? Oh, God, you people are stupid in this game. Come on. Alright, so I'm going to save it here. Because we got woken up by crashing sounds downstairs. So in the next episode, we'll go downstairs and see what it is that woke us from our probably less than restful slumber. So I will see you guys in the next installment. So till then, later everyone.